Everyone, just got to my car. I got off the air a few minutes ago. Got to run a couple errands. You guys can come with me. That's the radio station office building right there. Hey, hey, hey. The roads are so busy again. Hey, Kathy. Hey, Lily Trump Girl. Main Street Moments. That's my wife. Got to run a couple errands and I'm heading home. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. Show was pretty good today. Had some good material, some good things happening. But you know that story with Nick Cannon, though, he got fired from this CBS Viacom production that I've never heard of, but still. Fox hasn't released a statement on Nick Cannon, and it was interesting when CBS fired Nick Cannon, they fired him for some anti-Semitic comments he made on that program. It had nothing to do about the melanated, deprived white people he was talking about. I thought that was interesting that they didn't include both of them. Yeah, he's in another world. There's so much traffic. There was no traffic for months, and now there's traffic everywhere. Everywhere. Hey, Neil, what's going on? What's going on? How are things in the UK? Waiting for this light to turn green. Come on, let me go, let me go. When I'm in a hurry, I get stuck by every light. If I'm not in a hurry, no lights. My sunglasses are filthy. Now they're saying, that now black residents are asking for them to bring back the plainclothes police. Ah, that's better. Now I can see. Gotta wear sunglasses in Florida. De Blasio, when de Blasio's daughter got arrested at the protest where they were burning the police cars, and then he and his wife said they were proud of her for taking part. It was just, come on. That's all you need to know. De Blasio's going to miss being mayor. Boy, the Bloomberg. What's going on in New York? Is he going to be electable outside of the mayor of New York job after this? I can't imagine. Just total incompetence in New York. New York is so dangerous right now. I was talking yesterday on the radio. They say anybody who travels to New York from Florida or a few of the other so-called hotspots have to be in quarantine for 12 days. Well, who wants to go visit New York right now? I wouldn't go to New York right now. If you gave me free travel and stay, I wouldn't go. It's not safe. There's no way I'd go to New York. No freaking way. By the way, if you have not listened to my interview on my podcast from yesterday with Janice Dean from Fox News talking about Governor Cuomo and all the nursing home deaths, pretty interesting stuff she brought up. I am starving, but I can't eat right now. I'm always starving when I get off the air because I don't eat before the show because it makes me sleepy before I go on the air. And all the restaurants, everything that's open is only serving breakfast food. I hate fast food breakfast food. I like lunch. If they serve lunch at McDonald's, I'd go to McDonald's, but I don't like Wendy's is open for Wendy's breakfast. I just don't like the breakfast food at fast food restaurants. So I have to wait like another hour. So every day I'm like suffering. Here's my mask. Come on. Let's go. It was during the height of the crisis when everything was shut down, and I was going to work every day. There was no traffic. I was like the Omega Man, you know. I had the roads to myself. Now, traffic jams, and I'll tell you, when the traffic jams first came back, it was kind of like a relief to be in traffic. It felt good to be in traffic, you know. Because it means things are getting back to normal. I'm getting on I-95 now. I hate driving on 95. I-95 is just like the freeway in The Matrix 2. Going a couple exits down, not too far. Hey everyone, if you're not subscribed, subscribe. Construction. They never end the construction. It's a big road construction is one of the biggest government scams there is. They never stop doing it. $1.3 million settlement. Wow. I could use a settlement like that. You couldn't read that sign. That electronic sign was normal. I don't know why it was all jumbled in the screen. No, show was pretty good today. Lots of good stuff. Lots of good. It's always good when there's good material you're interested in the news. Sometimes the news, it's not that the news is slow. It's just like, what's hot in the news doesn't interest you sometimes, and you're like, I don't know, do I really want to talk about, you know what I mean? That happens sometimes. But today, just so happened, lots of interesting things in the news. It is hot. It is hot. It's Florida. I got the AC on. Not full blast, but I got the AC on. No one with their mattress on the roof. What does that mean? I don't know exactly what that means. Does anybody know what that means? There's palm trees everywhere. It's Florida. Oh, your heat wave cannot be like ours. The heat index, it's like over 100 degrees in the middle of the day here. So here's my mask. We got to wear our masks everywhere. Where I'm going, I have to wear a mask. I don't wear it when I'm in the car alone. Although I do see people wear them in the cars alone. 108, oh my goodness, where are you? Arizona, Nevada, Texas? 108, my goodness. Nevada. That sounds like Death Valley-like temperatures. Lots of traffic. Look at all this traffic. Yeah. Yeah, the humidity makes it tough too. Wow. I'd like to compare your 115 to, say, our 98. I bet our 98 is more difficult than your 115 because we have the humidity. You don't have the humidity we have. The humidity makes it rougher. That's why when I was at Disney World last Thursday, I left so early. I just couldn't handle the humidity with the mask, with the heat and humidity. We're on the ocean side. We're on the Atlantic Ocean. I'm not on the Gulf Coast, but yeah. Lots of traffic. I gotta watch the road. I'll look at the chat when I stop. It's nice where I'm at. The one thing that coronavirus has done, it's gotten people to ride their bikes more. I see more people riding their bikes. If you go to Walmart, the bikes are sold out. Riding their bikes than ever before. I don't think I've been on my bike in 2 or 3 years. I have a nice bike too. It's relaxing. Yeah, I don't have time to relax. I'm too busy. I can't relax. Very short attention span. That's why I like YouTube. Most of the videos are short. Boom, I can watch. I can't even hardly watch a television show. I'm so unrelaxed. Just running a couple errands, and then I'm heading home. Chipotle's not open for a little more than an hour, but sounds like a good idea to me. Oh, fire truck. Another one. Thanks. The ambulances and fire trucks drive so slow. They drive like 40, 45 miles an hour, it seems to me. Thanks for joining me on the ride. I'm almost where I'm going. I'm looking to be here in a second. I can keep the feed going. You guys can talk amongst yourselves. Kathy, are you in here to moderate? Okay. I'm going to be right back. I'll be back in just a couple minutes. I got to put my mask on. I'll even leave the air conditioning on for you guys to keep you cool. I'll leave the car running. I'll be back in a minute. All right, I'm back, guys. Hope everyone was good while I was gone. Oh, man. What did I miss? Did I miss anything exciting? Oh, it is. I know. Yes, it is. I'd like to get it today. I'm just so busy. See if I can. Come on. I'm just still not used to all the traffic. See, there's palm trees everywhere. See the palm tree? Palm trees everywhere. Oh, these are my wife's rosary beads. Put them there so they're out of the way. Oh boy, when I get off the air, I'm like exhausted. It is really tiring being on the radio. People wouldn't think that it is, but it is. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is very much inflated, no doubt about it. And no one seems interested in really correcting it. You know, they seem to want to keep the numbers up. I'm hoping the governor does something. I know he doesn't like it like that. I don't know if it's the whole state or just in the Orlando area. I carry this everywhere. Before coronavirus, I carried this stuff around. I've been a germaphobe for quite a while. Oh boy, I tell you, one of those days. One of those days. Yeah, more bicyclists. The bicycle manufacturers are doing very well. I'm gonna eat my arm. I'm so hungry. I don't think I can pick my car up until tomorrow. I'm just too busy. I got so much going on. I got to get a ride there to bring it back. You know, I had a new radiator put in my Ford Explorer. The radiator had a hole in it. And I was just now at our sponsor, Friendly Tire. I just bought 4 tires for it. I just wanted to let them know I'm bringing it in to get the tires. Wings Plus is right down the street here, actually. There's a casino right here, a Seminole Casino. Let me see how many cars are in the parking lot because they reopened the casino. And you know how, oh man, lots of cars in the, you can't see it from here, the camera's too low, but a lot of cars at the casino. All the gamblers are back. Gambling's back. Poker rooms, slot machines. Awesome. I was going to take my daughter to the casino for her 21st birthday, but because of everything that was going on, so I can take her now if she wants to go. See how they're doing they're doing social distancing on the slot machines and at all the tables and everything. So I want to go in and see how they're doing that. No, I'm not into gambling. I will play the slot machines a little bit here and there, but churches, that's a good question. I don't know if the churches are open. I don't see any reason why they wouldn't be. No, they didn't order them closed. The governor allowed the churches to stay open, I believe. So I think the churches are open. Question is, how many people are going? Our churches are open in Florida, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure they're open. They gotta be open. We have a great governor in Florida. He did close down the bars. So they were open, and they reclosed the bars. And movie theaters are still closed. I think movie theaters would be so crowded when they reopen. People miss the movies, and people don't have a lot to do with their kids. They'll take them to the movies. I think the movies would be very busy during the day, during the week. Kids are out of school. I used to go see 2 movies on a weekday during the summertime when I was in school sometimes. Oh boy, now Kanye's out. Yeah, I don't understand why Fauci said that. That made no sense at all. He is the most disliked man in America, isn't he? Oh my goodness. People do not like him. I mean, I guess some do, but Biden said he'll listen to Fauci. So if we had President Biden, Fauci would be like running the country. Well, you know, I was watching Fauci yesterday, and yeah, Dems like him, yeah, and he's too much into. He doesn't look at people like people. He looks at them as statistics on a spreadsheet or something. You know what I mean? The way he talks about things is so in the abstract and in theory. He doesn't understand how the real life and real world works. He's pretty out of touch. That's what happens when you work for the government. You know, people work for the government, they lose touch with reality. There's, you know, it's easy for them to say, keep everything shut down. They work for the government. They still get paid. People have to work. You know, like in New York, they're not, you know, they have a freeze on evictions. But I imagine there's going to be a huge foreclosure crisis. How are the banks going to be able to restructure all these, every rental property? For the most part, the owner has a mortgage payment, right? Most of them. How are they going to restructure all of that? And people that own and don't rent, are they missing mortgage payments? I'm expecting a huge mortgage crisis when this is all over. I hope not. I know, yawn, they're contagious. The problem when I yawn when I'm live streaming, yawns are contagious, and I see myself yawn, and then I get caught in this yawn loop of myself. Well, luckily they fixed our elevator. So I was so happy when I got to this office building today at the radio station and the elevator was working. I was like, oh, thank the Lord. I did not want to walk up those 5 flights of stairs. It doesn't seem like that much till you're doing it. But remember, in 2008, the financial crisis was mostly caused by foreclosures. And I don't see how there's not going to be a huge number of foreclosures when this is all over. They're afraid to pay rent. Now, first off, yeah, and Cuomo actually corrected her. He says there's a freeze on evictions in New York, so that's not an issue. But even if why would people be afraid to pay rent? What does that mean? I can understand afraid not to pay it, but afraid to pay it. I don't even know what that would mean. I doubt she does either. But, a lot of people in New York are not paying their rent, not because they don't have the money, but because there's a eviction freeze and they don't have to. So you would have to be out of your mind to own rental property in New York City, especially. They so abuse rental property owners. Oh, they're afraid to pay rent because they can't buy food. Yeah, okay, you can make a case for that. You think AOC, is that what she meant? She's that deep? I doubt she's that deep. She's another one in theory. When you listen to her talk, it's like right out of a college lecture. A national treasure. Chris Wallace. I can't stand Chris Wallace. I do not like that guy at all. He's getting by on his dad's name and celebrity, Chris Wallace. If his name was anything else but Wallace, no one would give a darn what he thought, and he wouldn't be on television probably. Everyone liked Mike Wallace, but, Chris Wallace, that's another story. All right, guys, I'm getting close to home, so I don't need to show you guys the way to my house. But I'll talk to you later, all right? Take care. Subscribe if you're not subscribed, all right? I'll talk to you soon.